when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. So I let them hang when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. So I let them hang when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you. thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
Like it ain't no contraceptives in sight. Bitch, purse got everything in it but a condom. Keep that rubber up in your bag. Make him put it on when it's hard. If you a sushi girl and it's raw, get that little shot in your arm. Keep that rubber up in your bag. Make him put it on when it's hard. If you a sushi girl and it's raw, get that little shot in your arm. Front camera crying. If it's no good men, then why is you pregnant? If it's no good men, then why is you pregnant? If it's no good men, then why is you pregnant? Bitch, if it's no good men, then why is you pregnant? If it's no good men, then why is you pregnant? Pregnant. Pregnant.
Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking shit apart.
No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. Hope you motherfuckers understand it. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Monday, geez. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, and I really do appreciate it. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay? Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. You want to donate to the channel? $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats, rumble rants, always welcome. Super chats, rumble rants, always welcome, guys. Anyway, I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. I hope everybody had a fantastic, fantabulous day today. Man, oh man, oh man. Let me see something real quick. Testing 1, 2. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, we're going to do that. Give me 1 second, guys. Audio, that's right. Voice. There we go. There we go. That sounds so much better. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So check it, right? I told y'all earlier I wanted to touch base on this Rickey Smiley situation or this Rickey Smiley video. So Rickey Smiley ass, he came out and he just crashed out. He completely crashed out on I don't know if I guess it was for you on YouTube and maybe a couple other platforms, but he just came out here just completely crashing out over the Trump administration, over Donnie T's picks and appointees, just gaslighting and just spitting a bunch of just craziness. So I wanted to revisit that. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Get it set.
Hey, good morning.
There we go. It's all set up. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. Right there. Right there. There we go. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's get into this nonsense.
What's up? How y'all doing this morning? I hope y'all having a blessed morning. Hey, look. So I was watching Morning Joe this morning, and I just want to have a conversation. Let y'all know what's going on. So I'm watching Morning Joe, and I'm watching the news feed, and I'm watching them talk about all of the people that Donald Trump is appointing to the cabinet position.
First off, his first mistake off the bat. Let me see, the music was too loud. My bad. The first thing I would do, or the first thing that's wrong here is listening to Morning Joe. The first problem here is that he's listening to Miko Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough, who's been gaslighting and spreading misinformation since 2016 when it came to Donald Trump and his administration, his presidency, his alleged loss in 2020, and now his victory here in 2024. This is ridiculous to me. So that's his first mistake. So let's hear what he has to say.
And I'm just watching them just spiral out about Cates being over the Justice Department and talking about Kennedy being over whatever that position he's going to fill that seat with.
Health and Human Services
and
Department of Health.
I don't think nobody on the news took Donald Trump serious. when he said it ain't gonna be no more elections. It ain't gonna be no more damn elections.
What is he talking about? Can anybody point to me where Donald Trump said there will be no more elections? Can anybody point to me and show me where Donald Trump said there will be no more elections? See, he's coming out of the bat, just right off the bat, just spewing gaslighting and spewing just misinformation and disinformation. Off the rip. Off the rip. Here he is. See, these are the educated, paper on the wall Negroes. They hear everything up. What's going on, Emmanuel? They hear everything at face value and don't go and fact check anything. Let's keep it going.
I don't care how much the news media complain and talk about this, that, and other. This ain't nothing compared to what's actually finna happen. I'm doing the show. I had pre-recorded something, so I got a few minutes. Yeah, I'm still doing the morning show, but I did something that's pre-recorded. I pre-recorded Battle of the Sexes. That's why I'm doing the show. I can still. I have to be back by a certain time. Be sitting back in my chair.
We'll go with University Blacks.
It ain't gonna be no more elections. Hey, what's up, Miss Nelly Boo? It ain't gonna be no more elections. It ain't finna be no more nothing. Nothing. They have control of the House, the Congress, and the Senate. If you think the last Trump administration stressed y'all out, you have no idea.
So again, I ask you, where is he getting his information from? Now, yes, they got the trifecta, they got the White House, they got the House, and they got the Senate. But guess what? Joe Biden had the White House, the House, and the Senate because Kamala Harris was the tie-breaking vote on anything that they wanted to pass. And what did they decide to do? Run the economy into the ground and run and send the United States to hell in a handbasket. But see, Rickey Smiley's worried about Trump having the White House, the House, and the Senate because he think he's going to send us and put us back in chains and put us back in slavery. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Donald Trump was the president from 2016 to 2020. How many of y'all out there had a rough life from 2016 to 2020? How many of y'all was struggling out there because the gas prices was too low in 2016 to 2020? How many of y'all was out there struggling when interest rates were the lowest they had ever been in 2016 to 2020? How many of y'all out there struggling? Like, this is the nonsense. This is that crazy. I guarantee Rickey Smiley, they're taxing, they're giving breaks to their millionaire buddies. Guess what, Rickey Smiley? You're a millionaire, and I'm sure that you benefited from the tax cut. So don't sit here and pretend that you over there capitulating and relating to the hard working man, Rickey. You benefited from the tax cuts that Donnie T putting off in play. Just like 91% of the lower middle class. How many of y'all struggled when those manufacturing jobs came back? Emmanuel said 2016 to 2020 was great. Everybody was getting bread. How many people you seen on the internet, on IG and Facebook, with pictures in Dubai, taking 2 and 3 trips a year, buying all this stuff, able to buy a car, get a house? Is that right? See, Rickey Smiley think he's speaking for everybody. Rickey Smiley speaking as if they stole the election from the Democrats.
As to what you in for. You have what are evil? You have absolutely no idea what you in for. It ain't gonna be no more elections. He's gonna take over the military. They're gonna, I believe they're gonna do a mass deportation like he said. And he have appointed people on his administration that's gonna do what he say do. He don't care about no Senate confirmations, none of that stuff. Whatever he appoint, whoever he appoint, whatever he say he wants done is going to get done, and they don't care nothing about the Constitution. And democracy is over for the United States of America.
You know what? Yeah, I hope democracy is over for the United States of America because we're not a democracy. We're not a democracy, Ricky. We're a constitutional republic. Who he got in his cabinet? Let's see. Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat who got ran out of the party or walked away from the party, who they sabotaged and changed the rules so she couldn't run for office for the president of the United States because the person they selected was getting their ass handed to him by her. RFK, another lifelong Democrat who wanted to run as the Democratic nominee. And what did they do? They sabotaged him. They wouldn't even give him Secret Service. He walks away from the party. Vivek said he voted for Obama twice. See, it seems like the left is moving so far left that they're leaving people behind. They're moving so far left that people that used to be aligned with them are no longer aligned with them. They're aligned more with conservative values. You don't believe me? Go look at the election map. Blood red. And why is that? Again, the left moves so far to the left that they left common sense everyday Americans behind. Big Gip said it best. What's best for New York ain't what's best for Georgia. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, North Carolina, Texas, Florida. It don't fly down there. It ain't gonna be no more elections. Who said that? When has that ever come out of Trump's mouth? Somebody has to tell me. You guys have no idea what you're in for. I kind of got an idea what I'm in for because we had a taste of it in 2016 to 2019 or 2020. Barring COVID, the fucking ticking time bomb that you threw out. Somebody got to explain this to me. But here he is gaslighting. He don't even know what the fuck he talking about on his own stream. He just repeating what he hears on Morning Joe or on Joy Reid's show or Rachel Maddow or whoever else he listens to. Roland Martin probably. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what he said.
Period. Period, point blank. And that's just a fact. You can sit here and debate about Matt Gaetz being over the Justice Department and all of these fascist, racist people that he's appointed to his cabinet. It ain't no black people on that cabinet. None. Now, Again, University Black speak. It ain't no black people on that cabinet. None.
So because there's no black people on the cabinet, that automatically makes them racist. Got you. I mean, oh man, I thought they liked people of color. I thought they liked that term, people of color. Am I wrong about that? Don't they always tout people of color? I've heard Rickey Smiley say people of color. So I guess Vivek don't count no more. Going by their standards, Vivek don't count no more, right? Tulsi, I mean, last I checked, technically Tulsi was a person of color. That's what they were saying by their standards. By their standards. I mean, somebody got to make it make sense to me.
And it don't matter if they was black, because if they was black, they would be Trump loyalists.
I'm going to bring it back.
It ain't no black people on that cabinet. None. Now, and it don't matter if they was black, because if they was black, they would be Trump loyalists.
So it don't matter. You can't win for losing. He ain't got no black people on his cabinet, but it wouldn't matter if he had black people on his cabinet because they ain't really black. Arctic One, even if you went by that logic, right, that you just in your statement, according to the left, they play identity politics. They placate to color and race. That's what they do. That's what they do. You know, I would tend to agree with you. Several headlines of Trump telling Christians you won't have to vote again. I'm going to videos. Okay, I appreciate it, Miss Wild Wolf. She be on it, man. She be on it. Find that context, because I guarantee the context ain't what Rickey Smiley and the left are talking about. See, the context that Rickey Smiley and the left they're talking about, they're saying that he's gonna be a tyrant, he's gonna be a dictator day one, he's never gonna give up the presidency. Is what they want you to believe. I'm almost certain the context in that statement ain't what they're trying to make it out to be. But this is all they want to do is play identity politics. Oh, if Obama went on Trump's cabinet, Obama would be all sorts of Uncle Toms and something happened. That's not Obama. He's under duress. We got to save him. Trump must have something on him. Oh, yeah, no, it'll be a whole thing.
And we in a bad position. I'm telling y'all right now, everything that was happening back in the Donald Trump days, the whole George Floyd days is coming back. Police immunity. They have the United States Supreme Court. They have the Senate, and they have the House, and he's appointing people. I don't even think they're going to confirm everybody in the Senate. You know what I'm saying? People are already getting ready to resign.
I don't think. See, this is how retarded Rickey Smiley is. He just need to stick to making jokes. I don't think they're going to confirm everybody. The people in the Senate, the people in the House, Ricky, they're voted on by the people. Elections are had to put those people in those Senate seats. To put people in Congress, in the House, Ricky. There's no confirmation. It's we the people who vote them in. Like these are your influencers and your leaders who are out here who got a grip on a part of the black community and leading them astray like the Pied Piper, marching them right off the cliff along with them. It's a sunny night. What's going on? You have to look at people's track record. How often when things happen, are they on the wrong side of logic and truth? Ricky is always wrong. Twisting Trump's words, telling everyone to vote for him. It will be the last time they have to vote for him. Yeah. Yeah. But see what they say. Oh, he's going to be a dictator. They want to twist his words around and make him seem more nefarious than he is, and he's not remotely nefarious. But again, you got Rickey Smiley don't even know how to basic fucking how civics work. Now again, Trump hasn't done inauguration yet. Trump is picking his cabinet. I'm sure there's a process to putting them or appointing them. I'm sure there's a process, but let's go look at Joe Nicholslick's cabinet. Was any of them confirmed? But he wasn't worried about that though, right? Wasn't worried about that, Ricky, from your ivory tower. Got a beautiful home back there, Ricky. I'm sure you're not feeling the problems of the everyday working man, Ricky. But you feel fit to speak for us, right? Like Whoopi talking about she work hard. I work every day. You make $8 million a year on The View. We have nothing in common. You're worth $60 million, Whoopi. We have nothing in common. I'm sure Rickey Smiley here is a millionaire. I'm sure he took advantage of those tax cuts that Trump put in place. But here he is gaslighting. Leading people astray.
Resign from their position and post. Democrats always want to sit there and play nice and abide by. They don't play by Republican rules. That's why they always lose. You know what I'm saying? And they always want to sit there and play nice and abide by. They don't play by Republican rules. That's why they always lose.
Again, I ask you, where is he getting his information? "12 of the last 16 years, Democrats have been in power. 12 of the last 16 years, Democrats have been in power, Ricky. You guys heard me say it on this channel before. It's the Republicans who always want to play nice and by the book. They want a fair fight, but Democrats got plaster in their raps. Are we serious, Ricky? Do we need to go back to Russia collusion? The Steele dossier that Hillary paid for, that was completely fabricated, that came out as completely fabricated? We want to fast forward to the January 6th committee, who had that nonsense of a whatever they called that for a few weeks. All these smoking bombs, smoking guns and bombshells. Trump get discovery because he going to court on it. What happened? All that testimony just disappears. The left weaponized the United States government against a former sitting president. The left weaponized the U.S. government against a former sitting president for 8 years. And you talking about the right don't play nice? and that the left is too agreeable and nice, Ricky. He just as brainwashed as everybody else. I swear I don't want to believe that Rickey Smiley is dumb. I really don't want to believe that he's this dumb. But this is this is indicative of the left and all of these influencers out here are so-called outraged over Donald Trump being elected the next president of the United States. Honestly, at first I was like, yeah, he just capping, but no, I really think he believed the shit that he's saying right now. I honestly think that he believed the shit that he's saying right now, to be honest with you. Let's keep moving.
You know what I'm saying? And they getting ready to eliminate everything as you know it. So we're
like
gonna
what,
be.
Ricky? What are they going to eliminate, Ricky?
We would be lucky to be in a constitutional crisis, but we won't be in no kind of crisis like that if there's no constitution. And
how did the left make this leap? I need to know this. How did the left make this leap to say that Donald Trump's going to do away with the Constitution? Can anybody explain that to me? How do they make that leap? They want to get rid of our First Amendment. They want to get rid of our Second Amendment. They want to get rid of our Fourth Amendment rights. They want to weaponize the 14th against Donald Trump. They literally want to lock you up for quote unquote hate speech. And quote unquote hate speech is the very type of speech that the First Amendment protects. I could say something that Emmanuel agrees with, right? But Joe might not agree with. That Joe Briley might not agree with. I could say something, Emmanuel might think that shit's hilarious. Joe Briley might find it offensive. Now, we're not talking about yelling fire in a crowded theater when there's no fire. We're not talking about a call to action. Those things aren't protected. I can't say that I got 500 to put on such and so head for anybody to take them out. That ain't free speech. That's a call to action. You're inciting a riot and violence at that point. But they want to do away with your First Amendment. They want to do away with the Second Amendment. They want to get rid of the Fourth Amendment is almost gone. We are definitely a surveillance state. We're definitely a big brother state. So Trump wants to bring. He said he's gonna make national reciprocity for gun owners. Thank you. He wants to protect speech. He wants to protect the First Amendment. He wants to do away and limit the surveillance state. It sounds like he's trying to protect the Constitution to me. It sounds like he wants to protect the Constitution to me. You know what? You're right, Alberto. You're right. You can yell fire even if there's no fire. You know why? Because there's no call to action there. But regardless, these people right here have been trying to get rid of the Constitution from Jump Street, especially the 2A, because if you get rid of the Second Amendment, the Constitution just toilet paper at that point. But somehow they want to make people believe that Donald Trump want to get rid of the Constitution. They'll accuse you of doing the shit that they're doing. They'll accuse you of the stuff that they're doing. And that's what we've been seeing.
You finna see a way, you finna see them governing in a manner that you had never seen before. And it ain't nothing we can do. And it's real, and all of this stuff right now.
You're about to see them govern in a way we never seen before. We've seen 4 years of Donald Trump's governance. Why do you think people voted for him again? Why do you think more people that voted for him his first term voted for him in this election? I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna say it. 2016, 2020, and 2024 record turnout for Donald Trump. So I don't care what you say. They stole that shit from him. And they made it an absolute this time. They completed a complete no contest, Ricky. Because anybody can tell that, damn, 2016 to 2020, I was living good. 2021 to 2024, yo, I've been struggling ever since.
Everything that's going on right now is the quiet before the storm. You make sure that you keep this video. This day is the quiet before the storm. This is crazy. We can sit up here and talk about him being a convicted felon and every damn thing else. It don't matter. It don't matter. And you finna see something you ain't never seen before in this country. Hell, you think you think it was something in the 60s. You finna see some stuff. I wouldn't be. And why everybody acting like this? They so surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they say buses for black people and buses for white people and black people got to sit in the back of the plane. I would not be surprised.
What? Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Now we going to blacks only toilets and shit now too, Ricky. Do you know what the funny part is about that situation? You know what's funny about that one though? It's the left's been calling for it, but you know what they call? You know what the left calls it? The left call them safe spaces. That's how they get you to segregate yourself. Remember that on college campuses? This is a safe space for people of color. White people aren't allowed here. Remember that? Remember when they was trying to keep Jewish kids out of college? Because they wanted to do a little sit-in for Gaza? Remember that? The left. They'll get you to do that shit and make you think it's a great idea. But again, he's out of touch. He ain't in the hood no more. Ricky ain't down here with the common folk no more. Georgia went red because they were tired of the nonsense. But he's so out of touch and so blinded and willfully ignorant that I guarantee he voted against all of his morals. Wasn't it Rickey Smiley that was, quote unquote, one of the pioneer Christian comedians? That's how I remember him. He always had church jokes and all this other stuff. Am I wrong? But you want to vote for the lady that want late term abortions. You want to vote for the chick that ain't got a problem with kids getting transitioned against their parents' will. That's who you wanted to vote for. You wanted to vote for the lady who let all of these criminals in that did all these unthinkable things to these women in America. There's a high-profile trial going on right now, Lake and Riley. That's who you wanted to vote for. Rickey, holier than thou, Smiley. The whole abortion situation should have been you, like, I can't rock with you. Transitioning little boys and all that. I know you against that, Rickey. I know you against that. That should have been enough for you to be like, you know what? Yeah, I can't rock with you. This is how blinded these people are. I would put him up there with them black pastors that was capping for her. Right, they call evil good and good evil. Pennsylvania went red because the Amish got involved, yeah. And the Amish don't vote. Things got so bad that the Amish had to step in. The Amish don't vote. They stay to themselves. They build their little sheds and all that other stuff. They got their little buggies and stuff, and they don't bother nobody. They don't bother nobody. The government came bothering them, and they came out in force. Things got so bad, the Amish had to step in. But I'm sure Rickey Smiley will call that white supremacy. It's another form of white supremacy. I guarantee that's how he would see it. Like, I really don't understand who he's talking to.
It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a lot of death. It's going to be a lot of killings. It's going to be a lot of black people that say, hey, I'm not my ancestors and I'm not going to go through this. Some black people going to die before they go back to being anything close to slavery.
Again, you know who he is? He one of them black folk that wish they were born in the 60s. He one of them black people that wish they was born during the civil rights era. That's who Rickey Smiley is. He want to get the fucking hoes and the German shepherds sicked on him. I don't understand it. He one of them folks, he one of them black folks who wish they walked hand in hand with Martin Luther King or was at the rallies with Malcolm X singing "We Shall Overcome," taking that hose. It's almost like they wishing for this. Like, in his head, he really think that black people about to become slaves again. Like, that's what he really believes. You can't make this up, yo. This is crazy talk. In his $1 million house. I don't know how much his house costs. It looks really nice. Shout out to you, Rickey, for having a really nice house. I'm not getting on you because your house. I'm just saying you fucking out of touch, bro. That's perfect. Vegas Barracuda, thank you. You get the Marco. He suffers from oppression envy. Thank you. That's a great term. He suffers from oppression envy. He won't feel none of the shit that the way he talking right now. He didn't feel any of the hardships that we felt these 4 years. He ain't feel none of that. He going to them boule meetings. He done wore his dress, so he good. He done put on his dress. He good. He good. Funny part is, I think that Rickey Smiley's talented. I think he's a funny comedian. I watch him. I thought he was fucking funny. I used to listen to his show. He had a syndicated show here in Baltimore. That was pretty damn funny. But you got to separate the art from the artist. Rickey Smiley is a person. He's misguided. He's just as dumb and willfully ignorant as the rest of the left who really thought that abortions and child sex changes and transition and was more important than the economy and being a sovereign nation. What they found out is that they're the minority. Yeah, he better at playing Lil Daryl. He sound like Lil Daryl right now. This Lil Daryl, if Lil Daryl watch CNN 24/7. Right. As long as he keep going with their program, he gonna be good. Well, Ricky? I don't know. Ricky might have been to a Diddy party. He been famous for a while. Rashu, I agree because some of them are. Some of them are. But he still believes that shit. Right? Because even you even see the media making a 180. The media is even turning around. We don't even hear the threat to the democracy and all that other talk anymore like that. Even the media is starting to turn around. But he's still staying the course with the bullshit. I really think that Rickey Smiley believe what he's saying on this stream right now. I really do. I think that's how a lot of us got introduced to him, was on Comic View. We the people make all these entertainers into what they are. If we didn't support them, they won't be anything. That's true. We made them and we can break them. That is true. I'm curious to see what his chat look like.
And you gonna have a bunch of racists out here that just out here killing black folks, knowing that ain't nothing gonna be done about it.
Look at this.
It's gonna get dangerous. So
hold on. Let's read some of these. See how dumb this chat is. Sort by. Let's go newest. No matter who sits in the White House, God is still on his throne. That's true. That's true. However, probably voted for Kamala, who went against God's will. Larry Bonson says, Rickey Smiley lies, and he is very effeminate. That's wild. Blessed and highly favored says, Democrats tried to destroy America. Uh-oh. Let's see what this guy says. We have to stop blaming Democrats. The people in this country are more ignorant and racist than we like to believe. The citizens are responsible for the government they vote for. We are responsible for the government we vote for. However, I'm going to say the citizens made a course correction, sir. Like oppression enemy is a great term. How many of you guys in the chat really think that America is as racist as it was in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and the 30s? Anybody think that America is more racist now or just as racist as it was in the 60s, 50s, 40s, and 30s and so on and so forth? I want to know. I really want to know. Because last I checked, I can get a job. My grandfather was a machinist and a carpenter in the military, in the army. He was in the Korean War. He came home and he went to work for Westinghouse. Guess what he couldn't do? He couldn't get a job as a machinist. He had to get a job as a janitor. He had the skills to be a machinist. My grandfather didn't become a machinist until the late 70s. Most of his career, he worked as a damn janitor. with all the skills in the world to be a carpenter and a machinist. My grandfather bought land in a spot called Anne Arundel County. Beautiful land. Guess what? Because of redlining and them Jim Crow laws and stuff, he couldn't get a loan to build his house. Hell, they did this. The county didn't even want him building there. They didn't want him to own the land, but he already owned it. So you know what my grandfather had to do? It took him 3 years to build his house by himself, him and his brother. His brother was a mason. What I mean by mason, he brick and mortar. When my grandfather moved to Baltimore, he had to live in one particular area because that's where the black folks was at. That's where he was allowed to be. Now I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. I'm talking about brick and mortar, man. I ain't talking about actual mason or mason. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, brick and fast forward. I don't have to live in a certain neighborhood because I'm black. I don't have to work my way up the rungs because I'm black. If I'm qualified for the job, guess what? I get the job. I ain't gotta turn a whites only pie into a nigga pie. How much to turn one of them whites only pies into nigga pies? Look, Vegas said he got a daughter work for NASA. Got her training in the Marine Corps. I don't gotta go through the struggles and the trials that my grandparents and my great grandparents had to go through. I don't gotta deal with that. Are there little spurts and spouts of racism around America? Yeah. Yeah. Look at Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. Y'all niggas let him get away with it. But things are way, way better, exponentially better in America than they was in the 60s. But for some reason, people like Rickey Smiley and some of his followers, there's some opposition speckled in here. They just as dumb as him.
Enjoy this quiet. Enjoy the last few months of this Biden administration because you getting ready to see something you ain't never seen before.
Enjoy these last few months of the Biden administration. Anybody in the chat enjoyed these last few? Anybody in this chat remotely enjoyed the Biden administration? Has anybody enjoyed the Biden administration? Oh, Joe Briley said Pasadena in the house. I know where you at. I got family down there. If it was our people won't be in the position we are in, we actually got action now. If we wake the hell up and start boycotting these liquor stores and fast food restaurants and open our own. Yeah. Party Mari's, he right. I still we had to stream earlier today. Go back and listen to it. They're trying to start a hot war. Boots on the ground, a all out fight before Trump get in office right now. Right now. Rudy, get out of here, yo. Here go Rudy. Rudy trolling. What's up, bro? I believe people's rights to be prejudiced. I see it as a mechanism to identify certain behaviors you don't want to be associated with. I agree, Rashi. You guys heard what I said, right? I've said it. I said profiling keeps you alive. Profiling keeps you alive here in Baltimore. Profiling keeps you alive, period. But there's a difference between profiling and prejudging and just being straight up just racist. You know what I mean? You know, racism is just that's exactly what it is. It's violent. You know what I mean? That's what I think. But racism is an action, something that keeps you from exercising your free will. Rudy wild. Oh man. But you know what I mean? It's this is crazy, and he's really up here. And how many people watch this? $121,000 views 4 days ago. Like, what do you expect from a friend of Putin? I believe he's a dictator now. Like, this is the stupid this is the retarded stuff right here. Just a bunch of mindless NPCs. You ain't lying, bro. You was not lying. We're gonna go through the hold on 1 second, Jeremy.
You can sit up here and talk about, y'all can sit up here and make posts and make videos about all of this stuff and all of these people who he's appointing. We are headed into a dictatorship. So I don't know if you got avenues to get out of the country or save your money or be prepared to defend yourself and defend your family. It's open season. And once he gains control of the military.
I appreciate it, Joe.
And they already have control of the House, and he are only appointing people that's going to be loyal to him and not the Constitution, to him.
You hear this nonsense, right? You hear this nonsense. We dodged the dictatorship. This would have been Obama's 4th term. Yeah, it might sound funny, but it's true. This would have been Obama's 4th term. Y'all talking? We dodged the dictatorship. Because who y'all think really running the White House? Who y'all think made that decision to let the Ukraine launch a fucking airstrike or a missile strike against Russia with U.S. It wasn't Joe Biden. Rudy Wild. Going to be a dictatorship. The people that he putting in place don't care about the Constitution. We've been fighting to keep the Constitution intact through the Obama years, through the Biden years, through the Clinton years. Hell, through the Bush years. They're part of that same uniparty, that same deep state. We finally get somebody in there that want to keep it intact as is, don't want to make no alterations to our freedom of speech. Don't want to make no alterations to the Second Amendment. Don't want to make no alterations to the Fourth Amendment. Again, just mindless. They're just mindless. Mindless. You can't have a serious conversation with Rickey Smiley. You know how this conversation would go? If I was able to sit down and talk to Rickey Smiley, right? You know how this would go? He'll probably get emotional. He'll probably start yelling. And he'll probably tell me to leave his show. Because like Eric July said, right? Like Eric July said, there's no use arguing with people who made their decision by way of emotion. There's no use arguing with people who've made their decision by way of emotions. Clearly, Rickey Smiley is either ill-informed or he's misinformed. Either he's willfully ignorant or he is genuinely ignorant to the facts. This is crazy. He's supposed to be a man of God, right? Morally, like the stuff that Kamala Harris and the left, the stuff that they were pushing for, I mean, honestly, he should be, morally, he should be against it. Nah. He wants to see a black woman get in the White House. He don't care about that. He don't care about your kids. He don't care about the border. He don't care about the economy because clearly he's straight. He good. He don't care about the economy and if people can afford none because he can. Joseph says, the more I hear about Trump's picks as cabinet members, the better I feel about the future. I like that. That's a bar right there. In the age of information, ignorance is a choice. That's true. I guarantee it. He would. He probably turned his neighbors right in. Warrior 1106 says he's well informed, but the Boule Great Sphinx promotes this. So Warrior thinks that he knows exactly what the hell he's doing. Cat was blasting his fool. Cat is a truth teller. That's why they don't like Cat Williams. Again, what I tell you guys, somebody who's got a big sounding board, right? It says it in this book. And this book ain't missed yet. This book ain't missed yet. Okay? You assassinate the character. That's how you get people out of the paint. They chose knee pads. All these unqualified yes men he trying to place is a farce. What are you talking about, Trump? So Trump's cabinet? You think that Trump's cabinet is unqualified yes men? I ain't even see this from protocol. The racism comes from people like Ricky saying the white people are going to do all this bad shit. They want to say the Proud Boy is going to do it. And I'm a damn Proud Boy. Yeah, protocol of Proud Boy. He black. What makes them all unqualified? My question to you, Joseph. Why do you say they're unqualified? My question. Yeah, you got to get a hard copy of Behold a Pale Horse. That's the only way to ingest it, I would say. The audio book is missing chapters. I'm gonna just put it like that. When I went and bought two copies. One copy I gave to my cousin, so I had to go find another copy. It was in the astrology section when I went and found it at a bookstore. It was in the astrology section. Go figure, right? But I found it. World Hoodie, paid cash, Didn't get in no book clubs. Walked out, read it. Go along to get along, gang. Exactly. I'm tired of people saying that the forefathers were definitely unqualified by those metrics. Yeah. But I mean, you know, Matt Gaetz he's a fucking congressman. Tulsi Gabbard, U.S. Marine. Still active. Still active. Well, probably not after she go into this new position, but still active. Was she like a colonel or something like that? Or a major? What is she? See, the thing about it, right? Unqualified. Trump a businessman. Donald Trump is a businessman. You know what good businessmen do? They put people in positions that are smarter than them and have more knowledge than them in certain aspects to run certain divisions of their company. They kept shooting down all of his picks the last time. He had a ragtag bunch last time, but he had to do what he had to do because the rest of his picks were getting sabotaged. And for what I'm looking at it, he got a method to his madness, and we're gonna find out. But to sit here and say somebody's unqualified is just intellectually lazy and dishonest. There, Joseph. Your ass was fucking not qualified when you first got your job, right? Huh? You might have had the book smarts, but did you have the knowledge to do your job? See, I'm a systems administrator. I had to learn that shit on the job because I'm an electronics engineer by trade. I had to learn being a system administrator on the fucking job. I was unqualified for my job. Now I'm the one who they fucking count on to get shit done. I'm the first person they call when some shit go bad. We're going to see what they made of. If they don't cut it, I'm sure you're going to fire their asses. If they can't cut it, I'm sure you'll fire them. It doesn't matter what you believe if they believe it. Page 176, Behold a Pale Horse. Great book. Look, Sonny, no. These guys are coming in with baggage before they start. Everybody does. Everybody has baggage. You're not going to find a clean candidate for anything. I'm sure if you dig enough in my background, you'll find some shit that I probably didn't forgot about. Nobody's clean. They still trying to talk about Gates and some child touch shit that ain't a thing. He beat that charge. They tried to do the same thing once they tried to do it to Jim Jordan. The allegation is enough. We going to see. Tulsi Gabbard might have killed a puppy overseas when she was a fucking soldier. Who the fuck knows? We going to see. But I'm going to tell you this. Even with his quote unquote unqualified cabinet, I guarantee they'll do 100 times better than what Biden and Harris and their cabinet did. That's funny. That's funny. That is funny. He did like the type like, all right, y'all went, okay, yeah, I went. But you was there and you was there and you was there. You was there too. You got a tattoo of some lips on your ass. Oh, that's funny. Look at Donald Trump's tour when he was in office. There was a video called his capitulation tour. That's another point. He won't have cross-dressers stealing clothes. Hopefully he get rid of them two crazies. That's them generals. The one that looked like Miss Doubtfire and the other one that got the dog mask on. They definitely have some kind of mental illness or something. Right, she ate curry goat with an Afghan soldier at the embassy or something. Yeah, that's what they're gonna try. Is it true? Is it true that you walked around Afghanistan without a hijab on? Oh man, Epstein list and Diddy party list needs to be out January 20th, 2025. It need to come out immediately. Ricky might be on it.
Only going to be appointing people that's loyal to him. See, they sitting up here talking about Trump picks Tulsi Gabbard to be director of national intelligence. They can talk about all this stuff all day because it ain't none of it gonna matter. Because all of them who he's picking, he's making sure that they are loyal to him. And all.
What's his point with that? Like, really, what's his point with that? He's gonna make sure they're loyal to him. I mean, if I'm picking somebody that's supposed to have my back, I'm gonna make sure they're gonna have my back. I'm not picking nobody that's gonna be wavering on me. What is his point with this? He's gonna make sure that they're loyal to him. They should be. They should be. They should be loyal to him and looking out for his best interests. I don't understand this. Saudi Arabia gave Trump the highest honor of any president. They gave him the sword dance. Not only that, Saudi Arabia signed, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Saudi Arabia was one of the first Muslim countries to sign the Abraham Accords. Am I right? Am I right about that? I think I'm right about that. Right. Why are you going to appoint people you don't trust? That makes no sense. Who are you supposed to pick, Ricky? You ain't got no black people. Last I remember, y'all guys like to say people of color. So now you're moving the goalpost. Now it's black people. Like I said, last I checked, Tulsi Gabbard, she Hawaiian, right? Vivek is an Indian. Vivek darker than fucking Ricky. But you know, I digress. How they move the goalposts. But he said even if they weren't black, they still be loyal to him. They should be. There's a rumor that they're going to try to make what's his name? Ben Carson. There's a rumor they want to make Ben Carson the Surgeon General. Why not? Why not make Ben Carson the Surgeon General? I appreciate it, Miss Wild Wolf. It's the resident fact checker right here. I appreciate you. He's a surgeon. He was the man. The first doctor to separate conjoined twins at the head. That was Ben Carson that did that. Like I told y'all yesterday or the day before, kids used to do book reports on Black History Month about Ben Carson. They had this thing on TV called Champions of Justine, you probably remember when you was back here in Baltimore, Champions of Courage. He said this thing every day. A kid would get up there and do an essay on somebody. Champions of courage. They would book report on Ben Carson. Now all of a sudden, according to Rickey standards, he's unqualified. But I guarantee if Tulsi was still a Democrat, if RFK was still a Democrat, if Ben Carson was on the Democratic side, if Vivek was on the Democratic side, if Elon was still a Democrat, they'd be sitting down there bowing their head to them. Rickey probably got a Tesla. What happened when Tulsi Gabbard wore their asses out in that debate? Tulsi Gabbard put belt to ass to both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in the debate. She was the most Googled candidate the next day. And what happened? Google buried her 10 to 20 pages deep. And then they changed the rules so she could not go to the next debate when she was running as a Democrat. You want to talk about rigged? There you go. Bernie Sanders was whooping Hillary's tail. What'd they do? Take it from her, Bernie Sanders. Go sit your old ass down in the corner. Gave the nomination to Hillary. They did it to him twice. Talking about playing fair. Rickey Smiley, man, I really think that he believed what he's saying right now. Because the election's over. Kamala lost. You see the media doing the 180. You're starting to see the media trying to be a little more fair. They just stop saying, oh, threat to democracy. He's a Nazi. He's this, he's that. But they said it for so long that you still got idiots like this repeating the nonsense. You still got people like Rickey Smiley and Joy Reid and Mark Ruffalo and all of those guys still spitting this craziness. I mean, I don't know if you got enough money to leave the country. Rickey, you leaving the country or you going to enjoy that nice tax break you're going to get, Rickey? I'm pretty sure you didn't feel none of the pains that regular American citizens felt. What about the people in Chicago, Rickey? Huh? Because of the border crisis and the immigration policies that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden had in place. Joe Biden told us he was going to let 11 million undocumented citizens into this country, and that's what he did. American citizens being disenfranchised and displaced in place for the new voter base. The governor of Boston talking about he going to impede on Trump at every step of the way when it comes to illegal immigrants. We're a sanctuary city. We won't let it happen. You know where that money could go? Send their asses home and start divvying out that money to your citizens in Boston, your citizens in Chicago, your citizens in New York. I'm pretty sure some citizens in New York that could use, a couple of months head start on some rent. Or can use some amnesty on a light bill. But they sit in their ivory towers and they look down on everyday people and just go, ugh. I feel for them, but Donald Trump's a tyrant. You can't, this is crazy to me. This is mental gymnastics at its finest.
All of this right now is just a quiet before the storm, because Inauguration Day, you're going to start seeing it's going to be chaos. Not even Inauguration Day. Once he get in office and start putting stuff in place and doing mass deportation, seeing families being torn apart. People. Again,
there they go. Who was separating families from their, who was separating families, y'all? Who was putting kids in cages and separating them from their families, people? Who was doing that? I give you a hint. He was the president in 2014. He was the president in 2014. Mr. Barack Obama. Mr. Malaka Lama. Mr. Barack Obama, people, was separating kids from their in cages and putting little tinfoil Qdoba shrink wrap around them. Wasn't Trump? Trump corrects the issue. Say it one more time. Corrects the issue. The only kids that were at the detention centers are kids who they couldn't find their parents. They were unaccompanied minors, and they couldn't find their parents. Trump gets out of office, what happens? 325,000 children are missing right now. 325,000 children are missing right now because of the Biden-Harris administration. But we just want to skate past that, right? We just want to skate past that part. We want to gloss over that. But see, Rickey Smiley, like I said, I think he really believes what he's saying out of his mouth as he walks through his massive house.
People crying, people, it's going to be chaotic as hell. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know where they're going to get the money from. I don't know what kind of camps they're going to be setting up. But we headed into a dictatorship. Save your money. Stock up on everything. Be prepared to protect yourself. Be prepared to die if you have to.
So now he want to send people out to die. We ain't headed to nobody's dictatorship. If there was going to be a dictatorship, then why didn't it happen in 2016, 2020? Huh? If Trump and Putin are such great friends, why didn't Putin invade the Ukraine while Trump was in office? Wouldn't that have been easier for him? Like this is what people don't think of. Or when you bring it up, they short circuit because they can't justify it. People like Rickey Smiley, these celebrities out here, just listen to me. They're for entertainment purposes only. Nothing of what Rickey Smiley said is in the realm of possibility. It was more possible under the Biden-Harris administration because somebody was pulling their strings and it wasn't them. They were just proxies. They were avatars for whoever was behind the curtain. My question is, who you thought the Wizard of Oz was? Anyway, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream, guys. Share this stream. Let people know we live. You catching the replay. Leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I could use that constructive criticism, guys. Please hit the like button on the way out, though. We got 29 people in the vertical stream, and we got 14 people in the regular stream. YouTube back on their nonsense. I hit 4,000 subs and now I'm getting throttled again. How about that? I hit 4,000 subs and now I'm getting throttled again. I tell you, but it's okay. It's all right. We're still gonna be putting out this truth. We're still gonna be bringing it to you raw and uncut, people. Anyway, until next time, it's Canon Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, and don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of his own. Worry about today. I'll holler at you.
to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.